I'm not going to record long, I just wanted to point this out. There's a black arc, there's a full stack, there's a garbage stack, and another full stack. Sieging Lothern. Now Lothern itself has pretty good garrison, I'm pretty sure. Noble sword masters, white lions, some great eagles. Not a bad garrison. The army, pretty bad. It has actually no ranged units except for this bolt thrower, which is unfortunate. It does have this phoenix, which has rebirth, but regardless, that's not going to go in their favor, and I don't think there's any way to assist them in their defense of Lothern, but that's not going to end well. So I just wanted to point that out. Otherwise, the rest of the map, not a whole lot going on. We're clearing up the south, auto battles, so not really a whole lot going there. North, mostly cleared up. We're still looking for, these two are still here, and we're still missing, what's his name? Archaon. Apparently he's wounded, so that explains why he's not there. Someone fought him. I don't know when, I haven't been paying attention, but yeah. That's about it. It looks like the AI is moving some of their armies west. I don't necessarily know how valuable that is, but they're trying, you know? Give them credit where credit is due. Have to start going via underground now to get through here, because this is going to be heavily chaos, unfortunately. But you know, anyway, just wanted to update. I don't have much to update here, except for this little pop-up has come up, so. Age of Peace. As the last of the Chaos Hordes is scoured from the face of the world. So Chaos is not actually, well, Chaos is not actually removed yet. So I'm not sure why this is here. Usually this, yeah, this implies the removal of that faction-wide, worldwide debuff, actually. The +2 chaos corruption everywhere. I think this pop-up probably also only shows up for Shield of Civilization factions, which we are one of. I think it's human and dwarves are Shield of Civilization, but nobody else is for reasons I don't quite understand. So apparently we should be wary of alliances unraveling. Oh yeah. So that huge bonus we got from the Chaos Invasion is now gone from all Shield of Civilization factions. Should probably be gone from everybody, but we're gonna have huge loss of attitude from basically everybody over a few turns here. We should still be positive. We should still be positive enough for these people to be allied with us. I believe, anyway. So we shouldn't need to worry about that. But regardless, apparently, I guess that's dealt with or something. I don't know. We're going to leave that faction, that army there, and the rest of these armies are just going to slowly... Oh, there's a river there, so I can't go that way. The rest of these armies are going to slowly make their way to the west. That's basically what we've been doing. This army got cut off and I didn't realize it, so it's wasted a turn. But adjust the path slightly so they don't intersect? No, there's really no way to do that. Whatever. Apart from that, I don't think much else is really going on. My allies are not really doing a whole lot, but there is a couple armies over here that have moved that way. That's basically it, though.
Let us begin.
Where did you come from? Probably over here, if I had to guess. I thought there was a Lizardmen army there, but maybe not. Just kind of wasting time dawdling about over there. What else is new? It's the AI. That's what they do. Really, the only thing we have to deal with, unfortunately, are the remaining Chaos armies, which are entirely on the south side of the map. Or I guess at this point, the central side of the map. There's this guy here, which we're just about to smack over the head soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think there's anything here. These armies are actually going up, and then I'll move them. Do I want to do this? That'll put them in attrition, won't it? Yeah.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
These armies are moving up this way. They'll sweep around. We'll deal with, hopefully, these Chaos armies, which appear to be leaving. I don't really quite understand why, but for some reason that army has decided to try and leave. But either way, that army's still there, that army's there. That's really it. These two are weak. That one's about to die because it's also weak. This dude will get cleaned up soon, and that leaves just Naggaroth. Now, Naggaroth, as you can see, not really something to be trifled with. They have most of their military power on this island, which means, I guess, if we can get people attacking these provinces up here, we can probably make some pretty good headway. In fact, let's do that. Let's select the army, because that's the only way I can get this to work. Let's clear the target. I have them set to attack a Chaos army down there somewhere, but we don't really need them to. The Dwarves, by the way, are probably stronger than me. No, not quite. They've been confederating the rest of the Dwarven factions. I don't think I can do that, or I could have done that. I certainly can't do it now. Just because of how the Confederation thing works, I don't think I could have done it, but they're very, very strong. They're unreliable, unfortunately. But they are the rest of the Dwarves. It's just me and them. It's the only factions left from the Dwarven side. So we're just going to grab a few of these guys and tell them to make their way over yonder. The Empire has been confederating as well, which is good. It makes it easier to manage war targets and such when there's not 85 billion people to manage. It's really just those two, the Empire and the Dwarves, that I have to manage. So that's pretty good. Anyway, this is a bit longer of an update than I had planned for there, but we basically just have to fight Naggaroth. I could bum rush the two cities we need. I think those are the only two we need. The rest of the things should be complete once we deal with those Chaos units down there. They're the only grudges we have. But I could get some units to bum rush these two cities and try and take those, and that would end the campaign. We shall see what I end up being able to do once I start getting my armies moved over here. I don't know how long the Chaos invasion will be gone.
True king of eight
What?
peaks.
I need bolt throws. I need how many of these? 2? You know what? Let's do that, actually. I really should have done this a while ago. I think I probably forgot about it, but
Very well.
one turn to have those. I had this quest that whole time? I don't know. Get his quest done, maybe get his freaking hammer eventually. Anyway, we'll see what happens. If I can push Naggaroth entirely off of this island, that'll allow other factions to take it quickly. I don't want it. I'll take this, and that's probably it. But, yeah. Once we do that, we can probably push in here. Clan Septic is not Clan Septic. Whoever this is. There's Clan Rats over there. I don't know. Whatever. We'll deal with it. Alrighty, here we are. The quest after giving him these 2 bolt throwers was to move an army to the Eastern Badlands, the same province that Carrick 8 Peaks is in. We have done so. This little rinky-dink army that was from the south, over here, that was fighting the Chaos. We moved him this way. He's the one on the Pirate Coast for a while. So he's over here, he's in the province. It has triggered the quest, the next step of the quest, which is the final step of the quest.
True king
And thankfully, because it is a fight, we can teleport. So we don't actually need him to be over here. We are fighting the Green Tide, apparently, which consists of a Night Goblin War Boss, which is a pain. Otherwise, a whole bunch of goblins. The Chaos Trolls are armored, but they have poor leadership, so I don't think they're going to be too much of an issue.
Lord of the Angrund.
So what we'll do, I'm getting a message, sorry. I'm about to stop recording to go do something real quick, but what we'll do is we'll pop this army out. That's Iron Hammer over here on the Elven Island, and we can then teleport him to this quest fight, which will be the next thing you see in this video, assuming I cut these videos properly, but who really knows what I do when I edit. So next thing you see will be us in the loading screen probably for this battle. So, but I'm gonna go do something else real quick, see how it goes. Either way, I'll be right back. Here we are in the load screen of Hammer of Angren. But the item is the same as the fight name, but you know, whatever. They've gathered in great numbers. This is not all of them. Just like every other quest battle, we're probably going to get enemy reinforcements showing up willy-nilly. This isn't the greatest army intended to be taking this on, but we'll see how it goes. Belegar causes fear and whatever the other one is, I forgot what it is. Terror, that's what it is. Fear and terror.
The lost vault of Angrund is within reach. Are we going to let these trespassers get away with their sneaky shenanigans? Do we let them steal the treasure and valuables which belong to the Angrund clan by right? No! We do not! Let the grudge be settled. Let vengeance begin! Yarr!
Yarr! Awkwardly yargs and nobody else does anything. So this is Carrick 8 Peaks. Well, some of Carrick 8 Peaks anyway. We're quite high up. You guys do, I mean, you know, we can't really tell, but Carrick 8 Peaks is rather tall. And you could probably figure out why it gets its name. There are 8 peaks around it. I believe it actually encompasses all 8 peaks. It goes all the way down as well. It is also, I believe, but the strange shadows going on here. I believe it is the center way of the... Didn't actually want these. The center of the underway that the dwarves use. It's basically the source of all roads for the underway or something like that. There's lore on it, you could look it up. I don't actually know it. I don't know what's going on with the shadow. It's probably something to do with the graphical settings. Graphical settings. Words are hard. So, this is obviously the main entrance to Carrick 8 Peaks. We can't go in it, but there it is. It's got a little ramp there, which actually goes nowhere because it's blocked off. Don't really know why it exists that way, but hey, we are attacking because that's how campaign missions work. You're actually the attacking army, but we do have to bear in mind that we will have to probably not advance on them because they generally will march towards us despite being an attacking battle. Cleanse it of their stench, indeed. We're basically just gonna sit here and wait for them to show up. We do have a master engineer in this group because it is Belegar Ironhammer's army. Look at this guy. Take it down. But he makes the artillery and the ranged units much, much better. He's a straight up force multiplier. You guys should be shooting that thing. These are anti-large. Their job is to shoot at large creatures, such as monsters. They don't do nearly as much damage against smaller units like this. I think they're still good against monstrous infantry, though. Or flying monster, or, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot bugmans are stealthy. Forgot about that. But they're shooting now, I believe. Yep. they're gonna start doing some pretty good damage. We do have iron breakers. They're both on the left side though. I wish the auto formation was a little bit smarter about aligning certain things like iron breakers and stuff. It doesn't really matter, just, you know. We have a charge defense rate, right? Yeah. Expert charge defense, I believe, makes us immune to all charge bonuses. So if we pop this, they don't get a charge bonus for running into us like this. Do burst into flames. So it basically simplifies that quite a lot. You know what? Let's give you guys that. We don't really need the armor piercing damage, but we'll go ahead and pop all of our buffs. Move Belegar over here. That guy's fleeing. Really should have Belegar fighting this. He can easily, basically decimate them by himself, so. You guys should be shooting back there. I don't know if you are. We'll go ahead and manually tell them to fire back there. I don't know if they automatically did that, but... Hello, actually. Charge those night goblins. We do have a charge bonus. Look at that leadership value. Dear God, man. And right, you run away, you coward. So there are now armies on both sides, and apparently armies behind, and I did not realize this, so... Welcome to my life, I suppose. Let's go ahead and reform our stuff here. Because I didn't realize we're getting hit from the side, this could be a bit of an issue. We'll just have them do that for now. Not going to be the greatest formation right now. You guys are just occupied being mauled. That's fine. You should be shooting that, and you may as well come over here and help. We might actually lose our artillery because I'm an idiot, so... I did not realize what was occurring. What we can do... You guys need to fight that. And my formations are going to be a little wonky. I've noticed for some reason that units just seem to keep forgetting their orders, and I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. Hello. What are you? Do you have a mage of some sort? Is Sly Crooked a mage? Or you a mage? You're a shaman, I see. Probably what that is. I don't know what it's doing, but it's existing, so... Now it is entirely possible that we can lose this. I'd obviously prefer not to lose this if possible, but it is still a possibility. We don't have very good front line here. For a variety of reasons, mostly the fact that we just don't have enough things for a front line, but you know. You guys should be okay. We'll keep this army here just in case we need to reinforce the dudes over there. These guys are just here to scare them. That's basically it. Go that way. You guys park there for now. They're all fleeing. This is the big thing with goblins. They don't have any morale whatsoever, whereas dwarves have essentially unlimited morale forever, so... We've basically won this fight entirely off of the fact that our morale just won't run out, whereas theirs will. I realize I could have other units go fight this guy, but I want Belegar to fight him. Go Belegar. Revenge Incarnate. Let's do this. Let's do Foe Seeker too. You can't escape me. I may be a dwarf, but you cannot run. No, seriously, come back. What does this do? Oh, it's heal. Yo, dude, you can't run forever. What's going on over here? Magic. Magic is going on over there. Come on, Belegar, you can do it. You just stood there and watched him wander off. That's okay. We won. Woo, I guess. There you go. more casualties than we should have ever had there, but I was also like really bad on my part. We only lost 83, and it was almost entirely catapults, which I want to replace anyway at some point, so it's not really a huge deal if we lose those. That just makes it easier to replace them. The only reason I'm not replacing them now, well, there goes that one, is because they have so much unit experience. Anyway, easy fight. They lost 732. And this isn't even an end-game dwarf army right here that just decimated them like this. Anyway, there you go. We now have the Hammer of Angrund, which is an amazing hammer. Mostly because it makes him an unstoppable force of damage, because he has an obscene amount of armor-piercing damage with this thing. But it gives +3 public order to all provinces that you own. So, for instance, we look all the way over here somewhere, nowhere near him. This place is at +4 when we equip it. It's already equipping. Next turn it'll be at +7, despite the fact that he is nowhere near that province. So, it is fantastic. But again, it makes him himself very, very potent in melee combat, and he's already really potent in melee combat, so pretty good. Unfortunately, dwarves don't have amazing weapon strength increases like some other factions. Some legendary lords have amazing personal stat increases. He doesn't, unless you're fighting greenskin. He will decimate greenskin, but that's not what we're fighting, so unfortunately, we will have to do without. Deadly Onslaught's pretty good. Basically, I think we just want this right now. Melee defense makes you harder to hit, melee attack makes you more accurate, etc., etc. His armor's already pretty high. Not much of a charge bonus, but again, he is just a dwarf with no mount. And he has no way of getting a mount, I think. He is dwarf man. His little dwarfy stubby legs. But anyway, I think that was it. I think everything else is already moved. We just needed to do that fight. Earlier I said I don't care about the rest of this island, but I do actually care about the Shrine of Assyrian, because it has the Sacred Flame of Assyrian. I don't know if dwarves can build it, but we may as well find out. And since we're going to try and take this, we may as well take the whole region, which is these 4 here. Pretty good region, especially since Lothern has a special port. Anyway, we'll try and take that. We'll see how it goes. Naggaron's, I think their entire military is on this island, which is really bad for them because the dwarves are up here. There's 3 dwarven armies up here just marching through their northern territory with nary a care in the world, because nothing up here has a garrison worth a crap. They're just marching through here and killing everything. It's pretty great. Pretty good. That should start cutting down on Naggaron's income as well, so they might start losing some of their military force just from not having any money. We'll see. I don't know how much the AI cheats with income and stuff, but regardless, going pretty well so far. Oh, and apparently the chaos don't come back after you get that the peace message. So really at this point it's just, can we keep our alliances together long enough to finish the campaign? Because if we can't, and we have to fight something in the old world over here where we're based, then it's going to make finishing the campaign a whole lot harder. Alrighty, Naggaron has decided to attack us at Phoenix Gate. It's the only gate we actually have on that island. But something is wrong with the gates. It said distinctly on the world map that it had no walls. Excuse me, I had to burp there. That it had no walls, and that the fight would take place outside the settlement. It said that when I originally took it as well. However, this is exactly what I expected from a gate. There's some really weird texturing going on. I'm gonna change my graphics to like medium real quick. Enable the preview on this thing, make sure it doesn't break. I'm gonna see if this fixes the weird texturing that's going on there. I think I have everything set to the lowest it'll go without turning everything off. Some things were off, but not everything. Anyway, I just want to see if this fixes it real quick. Doesn't really matter. I should have done this earlier, but oh well. Too late now, I suppose. Oh. That was weird. Wait, why did it open the sound settings is a continuing question. That doesn't appear to have fixed the texture issues. You know what, give me a second, because I actually do want to fix this, because these gatehouses look really nice. Well, I upped the settings basically all the way up. This is ultra textures. You can tell, because they actually look nice. But there's still really, I keep forgetting this is a map mode, that is a thing. There's really strange squares everywhere. Like there's supposed to be snowy patches or something. I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, this is a high elf gatehouse. They're rather fancy. You can see why exactly the high elf little island is so hard to besiege, especially the inner ring, which is what these gatehouses protect. Anyway, very nice looking. This is what I expected to see before, and I expected to see walls on the campaign map, but it still said that it would take place outside of the thing and there were no walls and whatever. So I was a little confused. Anyway, let's get everything off the walls because we have to organize our stuff in a way that sort of makes sense. Gatehouses do not have a lot of towers. They in fact only have 4, but they are also much, much easier to defend on the walls because they're very, very tiny areas that you have to defend rather than the whole length of the wall. Assuming they have no flying units anyway, which I don't think they do. So let us take all of our artillery, which should just be these, put these in a group, stuff them over here somewhere so I don't confuse myself. Take all of our helicopters, stuff those in a group, again, move them over. And now we need to find our ranged units, which we should have a decent chunk of. Corralers are great weapons too. Nice. And these guys will be group probably 3 and 4 when we actually get to it, but just 3 for now. And if we were to stick them all on one side, they would decimate that side, but that's not what we want. Although I guess it could work. Let's look at what they have. They do have flying units. Just harpies though. Harpies are not frightening units. They're pretty basic. They're very fast, can flank easily, but I don't know why that was on the screen. So how do we want to organize this? We want more or less to split this sort of evenly. So if we do it like this, put these in 4, that's not quite an even amount, but this side also has slightly less to defend than the other side. I don't understand why you're doing that though. They're like overlapping or something. Are they? No. Look like they did. Alright, so that'll be that wall, and then this... these guys are going to be lined up a little bit weird. Like this entire side's going to be a little bit weird, but that should probably do. We'll probably end up moving these guys as well a little bit so they can actually... This side has the advantage that archers can fire at the gatehouse itself and defend it if it's being attacked. The other side cannot. So these dudes... probably actually just going to split them like this. That'll be 1 and then this will be 2. And we'll just call it a day like that. Get them prepared because they'll have to go up on the walls at some point. Especially this side. This side's probably going to quickly have to deal with stuff up on the walls. You know what, actually, you go over here somewhere. Let's shift these guys a little bit and move him up top because he can shoot. There we go. He does have a gun, he can help out. And that just leaves my artillery to place somewhere. And because this is the side being reinforced, this is going to be the side with the actual catapults that can fire over top of the walls here. So they'll just park over there and do that. And you guys, I'm just going to, if I can get you to... Oh, you're actually missing one of your guns. Oh no, they only have one, don't they? Oh, they have two. I'm just an idiot. How's it going? These guys were just going to park directly behind the gates on both sides. Anything comes through, we'll organize our stuff. If they have any siege equipment of their own, we will use these dudes. That should be good. Let's go ahead and start it. The Harpies will probably immediately charge us. They do also have ranged units, but they're just Dark Shards. Not that, you know, Corralers are great, but I think Corralers are probably better than Dark Shards. So what do you got back here? More of the same. Black Ark Corsairs are okay. But it doesn't... He should have somewhere in his army actual ranged units. They're probably over here. Yeah, Shades, there they are. So those are competent ranged units. The Harpies are not actually moving. Strangely enough. We're gonna move these guys so that they can help over here. They're probably gonna break this gatehouse pretty quick if that Hydra is left to hit it. Which is not actually attacking the gate, it's attacking next to the gate, but details. Let's pause it. What's going on over here? You guys actually climbing? You are. So will you, and so will you. Get these dudes off the walls, and let's move these dudes onto the wall. I can get them to do it relatively competently. I don't really need specifics. There we go. Just need them up there. You guys probably don't have to deal with things climbing on your walls. You'll just have to deal with things breaking your gatehouse down. That's okay. And for some reason, it looks like his army may actually be focusing this side. Which is not good because that's not where my catapults are. My catapult's over here expecting him to just go straight down this way, but that doesn't look like what he's doing. This displeases me immensely. Don't quad speed it, good God. The one downside... Hello? How the hell? Where's my leader at? There he is. Come here. Oh, you're a master engineer. I thought you were an actual dude. What are you? Oh, you flew in. You filthy cheater. Who is that? Just a dude. Blackstone. That's okay. I got a message, so pardon the noise stopping there. How's this side doing? This side is doing perfectly fine. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and move these. Actually, wait. His army is shifting. He does have Eagle bolt thrower, Reaper bolt thrower, sorry, which are amazing artillery pieces, and I love them to bits. Unfortunately, he has them, so this displeases me greatly. But you know, do what you can. Oh, you guys, all of you need to not skirmish. It is skirmish, right? Yeah, no skirmishing. You may as well go ahead and get up there. Provide some reinforcement to our top. You guys just redo your formation. Doesn't really matter where you guys go. Over here, I haven't moved you. So his army is splitting, mostly. His Reaper bolt throwers are going to start wrecking people, but that's to be expected. Also, hello, you appear to have broken my gatehouse. displeases me immensely. As I wasn't paying attention, I don't have these guys actually set up to deal with a break. Using the thing back there. Move you over here to defend that, and you guys are basically just holding the front, which is not optimal, but hey. I think that's it. Are you still routing? You're not routing. Man. He was routing. That's why I ignored him. He appears to have completely resolved himself rather quickly there. Let's get my gyro bombers to shoot at him. You guys are still on your guns, amazingly. You guys Corals? No, you're bugging me. They're a decent melee unit, but this guy coming in with a hammer, oh god. This guy coming in with a hammer. Get in there, buddy. He should die soon. Which will help us tremendously. There we go. Hit you. Let's leave a dude down here, just in case. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. Ow. However, we clearly have a Hydra problem. We need to get this guy over here. Like, this is Mr. Eight Peaks himself. This is Beligar Ironhammer, so let's rush him into the midst here and just kind of get going. May as well pop our buffs. They're unlimited anyway. This should be shooting. Oh my god. This is why I dislike fighting Dark Elves, because their units are pretty good to begin with, but now they also have that damage buff, so these War Hydras are just gonna rampage through here and just devastate these units. Unfortunately. Also using a lot of our ammo shooting at things that are running away, but that's alright. Are you actually trying to shoot? I don't know. Eligar's hitting this one, so we'll attack the other one. War Hydras aren't impenetrable. They're not terribly heavily armored. I think they have regeneration. They also don't have super duper good. Make sure stuff doesn't come back from behind here, which would bother me that that's even a thing that can happen. They're not super duper good, but they're certainly capable, to say the least. I hate those bolt throwers. I should really be shooting at it with the towers, actually. Can I get both of you? I can get both of you to fire on it. These fort towers on these gatehouses are, by default, really, really good. There goes a shot. We can see it hit. It's a pretty good start. Reaper bolt throwers, I think, are probably one of my favorite artillery pieces. Can I get you to actually hit any? Hit that one. This one probably can't hit anything useful. No. It's still shooting, but it can't do anything. This is exactly the problem I wanted to avoid. That dude just got thrown in the air and eaten dead. It's alright, Beligar's over here. Get him, Beligar. It's this guy. Versus a Hydra. Ooh, we'll win. Probably the Hydra given enough time. Beligar has the damage and the defense, but the Hydra has crowd control, which is really annoying, but not much you can do about it, really. So we are firing over here. You can see the damage this is actually doing. If I had been doing this the whole time, they would have been dead. But you can see how effective these towers are. In fact, they just shattered, so there goes that. And we won. There you go. I'm gonna fast forward it and just let my towers shoot at Naggaroth units while they run away. Whoever else wants to shoot at them, I suppose. You know what I didn't do? I didn't even use my bombers. I really should have done that, actually. Just use my bombers to hit the artillery pieces, especially this guy, because he's amazing. This is probably like the best dwarven unit in the game. This might actually just be the best unit in the game. Chuck that in a huge fight and you kill a bunch of dudes really fast. Excuse me, really fast. I keep hiccuping and burping. I apologize. Making a mess of everything right now. Anyway, that was an easy defense. Belegar lost 77 units. The garrison lost 127. That is the garrison, by the way. Snorri Clanbreaker is the garrison lord, I guess. He's probably the master engineer that comes with the place. Once this thing hits rank 5, it actually has like top tier units, and it's a full stack in the defense. And that's with dwarves, and dwarves don't really have very many buildings that add to garrison. Other factions actually do, so you can have a pretty crazy garrison. For instance, the High Elves can get a very, very good garrison in every single gatehouse for very cheap, and that makes defending the core territories super easy. And all the core territories are pretty good because there's a lot of ports there, so you get a lot of money. There's ports on the outside too, but, you know, harder to defend and all that jazz. I just want this loading screen to finish at some point here, so that we can see the end battle screen. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Game takes its sweet time doing stuff. Come on, game, you can do it. By the way, I don't know why the game categorized this as a close victory. That seemed like a fantastic victory to me. Even just looking at the lost numbers. Like, look at the army comparisons, and somehow this is a close victory? Excuse me? That was 2 armies fighting this gatehouse, by the way. So he now has 2... Welcome to turns, by the way, they're very laggy. He has 2 weakened armies up there, or maybe even 1 destroyed army. So that dropped his power a decent chunk. Not that he's weak, but, you know, baby steps. You can see just how irritating dealing with Naggaron's gonna be. Because when we kill an army, he's gonna have it building quickly, and he's gonna have it building up north. Which is good for me, because that's not where I am, but it will slow down the dwarves. I want to show you guys the dwarves before I stop recording for the day, because I am going to stop soon. Spent most of the day doing it. I want to update you guys on the total world progress. It's going pretty well, actually.
I am revenge incarnate.
The chaos are dealt with. I am not taking a peace treaty with you because I am revenge incarnate, not chaos incarnate. Ambusher discovered. Oh, they keep going into ambush, like every time they move anywhere. These, by the way, these are all factions. Well, every faction in the world that has a bonus to that, which is really dangerous. But hey. I want to look at the buffs this guy has, too. Whoops. So he has a recruiter, superior attacker. Orc's Bane. He's fearless, executioner, he's an architect, an authoritarian, pathfinder, sneaky smiter. He's getting up there in defender and besieger finally. Taskmaster, sea legs, vampire hunter, undeath descendant. Oh my god. Down, but probably not out, as you cannot really kill what doesn't truly live. I mean, everyone gets this, but it's kind of strange having that as a description for Belegar Ironhammer, but cruelty restraint. He has a passive regeneration. He's basically unkillable. And Lords over Draki, which will help tremendously because he gets +5 leadership to everybody in his army. Which means units like these Ironbreakers here actually get up into like 160 leadership, which basically makes them unbreakable. They'll die before they run out of leadership, 100% of the time. Anyway, my armies, I've one there. Those two, I have two more right here that are coming across the water that I'm going to use to deal with the High Elf territory. The Dwarves, as you can see here, there's an army there going that way. I've taken the Twisted Glade as a foothold here. I'm no longer giving them commands, so whatever they're doing is of their own volition. Auckland has apparently decided to show up to this war, but the Dwarves are rampaging through the north here with no defense whatsoever from the Dark Elves. I don't think they can put up a defense. There was a Dark Elf army down here somewhere, but it probably went this way across the water. I'm not sure. My other armies, I've one here, just kind of chilling. One over here, also just kind of chilling. Whoa. I just lost a lot of frames. Hold on one second. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully that didn't mess with anything. Whenever that happens, the audio starts getting progressively more desynced, and it's a pain to deal with, so I'm trying to keep an eye on it. It's just recording this game right now at this state in the campaign is nearly impossible without dropping frames. So, apologies for audio desyncs. I've been trying to correct them as best I can, but I can't record the campaign at this point, apparently, without desyncing issues. Nothing I've tried helps. I think my graphics card just can't handle it. Because I'm pretty sure that's the problem. It's just my graphics card can't keep up trying to render everything. But anyway, the Lizardmen confederated. I think it's really not many factions left. It's the Dwarves, me, the Lizardmen down here, this guy who basically is irrelevant, the Empire, Bretonia, this guy who's also basically irrelevant, this faction, which is, again, basically irrelevant. He's got two armies, so maybe he can pull himself back together. The Lizardmen, which haven't been doing much, and Naggaroth. And the rats over here, which are basically irrelevant. That's all that's left. But anyway, this is how it's going. Let's go ahead and do diplomatic status, so you can get a quick overview of the territories. There are some territories that are still empty. These two are empty. I don't think anyone actually wants them. This one is empty. Again, I don't think anyone wants it. And these two are empty. They'll get taken eventually. The Dwarves took that one from me. I don't really care. This one's empty because I'm leaving it for the Lizard, and these two I will also leave for the Lizards. That's about it. There you go. Probably the next time I record, we're going to make... Oh, I have two armies here as well. Not full, but still. Next time I record, we're probably going to make a huge sweep through taking this territory. We'll have to see. These two armies in the south are going to be a bit defensive because Naggaroth has better armies over here than I do. Like, this isn't a fantastic army, but it's still a 20 stack next to a 20 stack next to a 15. That's going to be better than my 2014, but we'll have to see. I'll have a lot of armies in the north, so I'll probably start pushing down through the north. And I will probably... What special building does this have? Does it even have a special building? If it does, I don't know. It is a strategic location. Don't know why. You know what? Maybe we will just own this stuff. We also need to build another army. Well, whatever, we'll work it out. Next time I record, we'll make a huge push down through here. In the process of me doing that, the Dwarves will probably decimate everything up here. And we may own Naggaroth, so really, I think the only weak point is the Lizardmen front down here for Hexodal? Whatever this place is called. That one. So next time I record, we're probably going to finish the campaign, actually. Depending on how long it takes, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, thanks for watching. Sorry for any audio desyncs. I try to fix them as best I can. Sometimes I don't catch them, but you know. Thanks for watching, thanks for comments, thanks for all the jazz and whatnot. And I'll see you guys next time.